Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin as well as gold and silver. Just in case you're new to the channel, just to remind everybody that you can earn EOS in Coinbase as well as Star tokens, their Lumen as well. And if you haven't installed Brave browser, you can click the link below. It helps you to surf internet faster. And let's talk about Bitcoin. So if you watch my last video, you probably anticipate this dump because I talk about the 10 and 20-day moving average. If the 10-day moving average crosses below the 20, it will signal the downward momentum. And at the time when I created a video, I think Bitcoin was 9,800. So, and also another thing I talk about is there has been, like you can see, it has been touched like critical level 1 time, 2 time, 3 times, 4 times. It has been a few times touching like that. This is very similar to the previous pattern back in August 2018. At the time, Bitcoin was around 6,000. It has been touching a few times the critical level. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally come to a collapse from 6,000 to 3,000 level. So I'm not sure if this will be the same thing, but this time is a little bit different because Bakkt was launched on Monday. So I tell everybody that Bakkt is not a good thing since last year. And a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers saying, oh, Bakkt is a good thing because this is going to settle in Bitcoin. But to me, if you really dig deeper, they basically diluting the value of Bitcoin because their Bakkt is going to use rehypothecation and commingling. If you haven't watched my previous with my video about rehypothecation and commingling, that was created last year. I told people on day one, Bakkt is not a good thing. It's not good to the crypto community. It's not good. It's not a good thing. It's just to create another instrument for the institution to manipulate the price of Bitcoin and to suppress the price of Bitcoin. So this is exactly what happened with the Bakkt launch, and you see what happened. Bitcoin has been going downhill. So if you haven't watched my previous video about rehypothecation and commingling, you can click the link below and you can check it out. So I tell everybody on day one, Bakkt is not a good thing. And this was since last year. So if you follow my channel, you probably know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about Bitcoin quickly. So this is from Super Crypto. Super Crypto tweeting about everyone is hodling based on 21 million Bitcoin. CME added 60,000 to existing supply of 70 million because they are trading paper Bitcoin. They are not even trading the real thing, right? They are added cash Bitcoin options and also they will they're going to implement the cash Bitcoin options in 2020. So those put options or call options, that because of heavy institution demand, that's not a good idea because those are just based on speculating based on the future price. Those are just they're settled in cash. They're not settled in Bitcoin. So people are tweeting about, say, 100 trillion USD. How is the phenomenon of the paper BTC incorporated in your model, or does it affect the BTC USD price setting? So now you can see it because using all this instrument like future contract or put or call options, they can manipulate the price of Bitcoin just like they manipulate the price of gold and silver and uranium for the last decade. And he also tweeting about 90% of the crypto world does not know. Yesterday, the exchange has no wallet, traded 60,000 Bitcoin, more than any physical exchange in the world. And he says, I think this is on Crypto Michael saying, Bakkt launch and provide liquidity. Second largest German exchange is going to provide BTC trading. It's launching a crypto platform, and people are still bearish. I don't get it. Of course, it's bearish. Come on, guys. Of course, it's bearish because if you understand rehypothecation and commingling, Bakkt is just diluting the value of Bitcoin because Bakkt can rehypothecate Bitcoin 10 times or 20 times. It's not 21 million anymore. They can rehypothecate like 210 million, and sometimes maybe in the future they can do 10 or 100 times. You never know. I mean, this is just create another instrument. So rehypothecation and commingling is a very important concept. If you haven't watched my previous video, you can check it out. That is not a good thing. I made this video last year when they talk about Bakkt. So I think it's in the link below. You can check the link below why this is not a good thing. So I already forecast since last year is not a good thing. This is exactly what happened, you know, after Bakkt launch on Monday, and then Bitcoin go downhill. And he talked about also gold as well. Remember gold spiked up because of there's some bankruptcy from Thomas Cook. I don't know if you still remember, probably because we have a very short-term memory, a lot of people, even me too. So a few days ago, gold spiked up go all the way up to 1,533, because the reason why is because of one of the reason is because of the trade war, and another reason is because of the Thomas Cook collapse, filed for bankruptcy. So Thomas Cook, I guess in the U.S. Nobody know about Thomas Cook, probably not. This is is a European country, a European company, and this is very famous company actually. They are in the traveling industry, and basically this affect at least 20,000 employees worldwide, and also 100,000 travelers are affected with this bankruptcy. And another thing is, I heard there's some story people traveling in Africa, and they paid the hotels already with Thomas Cook, but then the hotel operator saying that they did not receive the money from Thomas Cook. They asked the traveler to pay them again. The traveler refused. There's a lot of chaos and all that because of Thomas Cook filed for bankruptcy. And I think Thomas Cook also listed in London Stock Exchange as well, but right now it's go under. So this also pump up because of the uncertain, because this is a very old company. It's not like a 3 years old company. This is like I don't know when is it established, this company, but this is like very well known and very old company in the world, and now it still go under. If Thomas Cook can go under, or anything could happen, man. So that's why the gold was spiking up on September 24th. So let's go back. Even though it spiked up, it goes up, it doesn't mean it will go up again, because another reason we talk about is because of the future contract that affect the price of Bitcoin. Currently, the banks are record short on the COMEX, which is the gold exchange. And physical supply doesn't matter as long as banks sell paper gold. This is similar to Bitcoin because they are selling all this paper Bitcoin. Instead of using their wallet, using the Bitcoin trade for Bitcoin, but this is just speculate based on paper gold. So they use the same method to control the price of Bitcoin as well as gold. And so go back to your dreams of limited supply and all that. Banks are selling and counting shorts. So if the bank are shorts on the gold, that means they are not going to let the price to pump. They will suppress the price. They will basically dump the price and liquidate the long position. I mean, if there's so many short position with the bank holding short position, they are not that stupid to liquidate their own position, right? They are not going to pump the price to liquidate their own position, which is the short position. So that's why the price of gold is going to continue to suppress at this time. And then he also tweeted about 3 days back, no one was willing to sell their Bitcoin for anything below 100,000 to 500,000. Now 4K is the new consensus. Thank you, Bakkt. See, I mean, the thing is, anything could happen, seriously. I mean, people are so bullish, saying that Bitcoin will go to the moon because of a halving coming up in 2020. See what happened. And then we are now talking about the new low is 4K. And he also tweeted about institutions scrambling for paper Bitcoin on CME. 60,000 Bitcoins traded on CME yesterday. But those 60,000 Bitcoin is not the physical, it's not the real Bitcoin. It's just the paper. It's just speculating based on the future. And those are settled in cash. And even back, they said they settled in Bitcoin, but then they rehypothecate those Bitcoin and commingling those assets with other assets like Treasury, credit default swap, or fiat currency. That is not good at all. Anyway, that is 60,000 more Bitcoin in circulation. Every paper Bitcoin trader, same as physical price. I think this is totally wrong. But well, this is exactly how Wall Street are playing this game. And he tweeted about, I think this is from York7X0, Bitcoin could not even break through 14,000. Not able to hold 13,000, 12,000, 11,000, 10,000, 9,000. And now chopping back into the 2018 bear range from 8,000 to 6,000. This old range will either hold or we go back to 4,000. Now we are going back to 4,000. It's interesting. And he also tweeting about let's see. And he also remember the Ripple. The Ripple basically there's a shortage of cash between the interbank transfer. So that means the Fed has to print money once again. So they have to print 75 billion daily to meet the requirement until October 10. So basically they are printing tons of money to dilute the value of the US dollar. The fiat currency is going downhill seriously, and yet gold and silver is still suppressed because of the future market, and yet Bitcoin is still suppressed because of the future market, and as well as the launch of Bakkt, and yet they're still printing as if there's no tomorrow. And 75 billion daily to meet the requirement because there's a shortage of cash between between the bank. And CME also have maximum trading volume. 10,000 times 5, which is 52,635 paper Bitcoin traded in a single day at the CME. That's more than any other physical exchange volume. Maximum was 48K. So CME paper BTC beats the Coinbase physical BTC hands down. More and more people are trading paper Bitcoin. This is so unfortunate. And of course, he talked about the short position. This is pretty old. It's like September 17. Probably this position has been changed. We don't know. I mean, he's basically is talking about there's a 26 short position from the commercial, from the institution. So there's no reason to pump the price to liquidate their own position, right? There's a reason to dump to liquidate the long position from the non-commercial, which is the probably a speculator or average Joe or whatnot to liquidate those positions. This is pretty interesting. You know, the whole thing unfold is pretty interesting. And Mr. Anderson tweeted about this from Trading Room. So this is from Trading Room. He basically talked about the total market cap will go below the 200-day moving average, which is the next support, which will be 178 to 182 billion area. So right now the current market cap is where is it? Okay, 222 billion market cap right now. So expecting will go under to 178 to 182 billion area. And this is translated to Bitcoin will drop to around 6,009 to 7,200 area, which is the suggestions of the buy range based on Trading Room, based on this Twitter, saying that 6,400 to 7,600. So 6,400 to 7,600 is the buy area for based on Trading Room. Not a financial advice. You buy whenever you want to buy. The thing is, you can never buy at the very bottom, and you can never sell at the very top. So just scale in. That's what I'm saying. So, so I'm not saying that you go and buy now. You can also catch the falling knife as well. But to me, I think just scale in. Even the a very well experienced trader from Bob Lucas, he is a very well experienced trader, and he also bought Bitcoin at he bought it a little bit too early, say 6.5 Bitcoin at 8,500. So currently Bitcoin trading at 8,004 right now. So we don't know if it's keep going down. So we don't know. So even a well-experienced trader will buy can never buy at the very bottom. So he bought 6.5 Bitcoin at around 8,500. And also Mr. Anderson is tweeting about. So what's happened first? 7,000, around 8,000 Bitcoin, 61%, 88,000 will be 39%. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it will go lower than that. We don't know. So with everybody thinking about that, it probably will not go to that direction. Maybe, we don't know. But right now we are in a downward momentum, unfortunately, right now. But you never know. So that's a very interesting times right now. I can tell because when everybody going to the moon, things doesn't go well, and there's a lot of like geopolitical pressure and also the trade war as well. And right now the crypto extreme the fear and greed index is extreme fear. 15, seriously. So when you go to the chart, we are going to lower low, you see every time it's going down here. We are in a downward momentum, and then we are very extreme. So if it's extreme like this, that means maybe there's some there may be some bouncing up, maybe some bouncing up back a little bit because you cannot be extreme fear for a very long time, right? So maybe 1 or 2 days, I guess. I don't know. So let me know what you think about this Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. What do you think? Do you think this is controlled, manipulated by the CME future contract as well as the Bakkt? What do you think? And so to me, sometimes technical analysis can be doing to a certain extent, because all this can be manipulated by whale. So because this is such a small market cap, when they come in with a huge amount of money, they can easily move the market easily, just like with the fingertips, they can move easily. So we'll see how it goes. We'll just continue to monitoring and all that. But so everybody's saying that they're going to buy Bitcoin at 10,000. When it is 20,000, they said they're not going to buy until 10,000. They're not going to buy until they go below 10,000. They said they're not going to buy at 8,000. They're not going to buy. And 8,000, they may go to 6,000. 6,000, they may go to 4,000. 4,000, they may go to 3,000. So I don't know. I think just scale in when there's a buy in the dips. I don't know. And of course, you don't want to catch the falling knives, but it's up to you. Not a financial advice. Use your due diligence, but potentially maybe going down, but I could be wrong. But I would just scale in, especially you don't have any Bitcoin, maybe scale in whenever there's a dip. But you can never anticipate, you can never buy at the very bottom, and you can never sell at the top. So it's up to you when you want to buy. So it's not a financial advice. You do whatever you want. So if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. Also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe. You don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. And if you have already subscribed, hit the notification bell. Also comment below. I would love to hear from you. That will also help my ranking, and I read every single comment, and I do respond to you. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency and commodity can have inherent risk. Please use your due diligence.